What's up, traders? It's Mark Sebastian, your only option. Today, we're going to review what happened in the market and why. We're going to continue to focus in on the bond market. We're going to talk VIX, and we're going to talk what I am doing for a trade for today. So with that, let's dig in. All right, everybody. So on Tuesday, the market closed down 23 points. The Qs dropped about 0.3%. The Dow down 0.25%. What was interesting is, again, Russell 2000 actually closed up on the day. And this, to me, says that maybe bonds are actually finding a bottom, or the market's thinking that bonds are finding a bottom. TLT was down and made a retest of the 85 level without actually breaking it this time. And once again bounced higher. Now we're still below that 86 level, so we're still definitely in the danger zone and could get ourselves into real trouble. I'm going to give you a couple things to watch for in the bond market here in a second. But bond market did hold. What's interesting is, as I stated, with the bond market right at its bottoms, Russell 2000 was finding a little bit of a bid, even as the rest of the market was down. Makes me think Wednesday, Thursday, Friday could be bullish. I'm going to reveal what you need to watch to know whether Wednesday, on Wednesday, I believe we are going to open up a little bit, but whether there's going to be follow through. All right, now, looking at VIX, was below 17 for the third day in a row, but closed above 18 for the second day in a row, but down on the day, and looking relatively weak. VIX futures expire Wednesday morning, so it's not much of a surprise that we've got a nice don't have a spread between May and the regular VIX, but what we do have is a real decent spread between VIX and VIX June futures and July futures. The volatility ETPs have got to be decaying an absolute ton right now because of this huge contango. That is going to be a real problem for names like UVXY that are popularly traded. When we're in a contango like that, it basically tells you the market is looking for volatility to move lower. All right. So what are you with that? So with that in mind, I like the short volatility trade, and the trade I would do with that is some sort of hedge in bonds. Now, what am I watching for in bonds? The answer is Treasury yields and Treasury auctions. So here we are in Treasury Direct on the 21st, so that's Wednesday, we're going to see a 20-year auction of $16 billion. That's going to happen around noon. Keep an eye on that. Next day, about $18 billion in the 10-year. Keep an eye on how those two trade. If the, if it's a good auction, that's going to give the market some lift. If the auction is rough, any kind of positive momentum we have in the open will roll over. So that's what I'm watching there. Now, looking at the trades I'm watching, I want you to look at Peloton and what happened in Peloton. There was just massive call buying. July 7s. This Friday 6.5. This Friday 7s. The June 8s. Total statistics on the day. On an average day, Peloton's going to trade 23,000 contracts. 262,000 traded on Tuesday, and of those, 245,000 were calls. They bought almost 2 million shares of stock net using options, and on a cheap stock, they laid out about $1.4 million in premium. So the action in Peloton, I'm not sure what is happening here. Earnings aren't coming up or anything like that, but this one feels like there may be some news pending. Keep an eye on Peloton. That one may pay you. Speaking of getting paid, if you missed Hannah and Andrew talking about Rip Zone on Tuesday, what are you doing? Click this link here to watch it, or you can click the link here and you can join us in Rip Zone. Andrew's been breaking down the strategy, and my first session is going to be Tuesday. You don't want to miss it. At the end of this video, it's going to be the suggested video to watch, so make sure you check that out. All right, everybody. I hope you have a great trading week. I am Mark Sebastian. I am your only option. Have a good one.